Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, thank you for clicking on this video. If you're old here, especially since my first video, thank you so much. I appreciate your love and support. So today's video is going to be another story time, probably my second story time. Yeah, so that's if I actually upload this when I want to upload it and not back out of the decision. So I'm gonna talk about an incident that happened when I was in junior high school. Now, I'm just gonna sip on some liquid because my throat is trying to be dry and we ain't having that right now. We ain't doing that. Okay, found a straw. It's Balakwa Active, guys. If you're not on the Balakwa Active train, I know what you're doing, but listen, do you? I just love it. So basically, this incident happened, as I said, in junior high school. I was like 13, 14 years, and I think it happened like 2010. Yeah. So in JHS 1 or Form 1 of junior high school, this guy, came to our school as a new student, and he became my sitting partner, sitting mate. We both loved music of the same genre, so we really clicked over that and came closer. Like, it accelerated our friendship, if you get what I mean. So we became really close, we became really tight, we became really cool, we became friends. And I didn't really have like friends in JHS. It was more like friends, based on the fact that you're a classmate or something. So I really, really cherished that friendship that I had with this guy. Fast forward to Form 3. I don't really remember if it was like end of term exams or if it was mock exams, but I do remember that the seating arrangement was that of when you're writing exams. So after one paper, he came to sit by me, like the same desk that I was sitting on. And because the desk is basically made for like one person, we're kind of like, close. And we're talking. I don't really remember what we're talking about. I don't really think that's relevant. So we're talking, and it was break time. So break time was just him and I think one or two other classmates. And we got into the conversation of, should I say, relationships, I guess. What happened is, he has a friend who also became my friend on Facebook and was kind of hitting on me and asking me out. And so he always used to ask me that, why you're not accepting him, I should accept him, blah, blah, blah. But this time around, we're kind of actually really going to detail. So he asked me, is it that, there's someone else I like, who is it, stuff like that. And I don't know what I was thinking that day. I just got this confidence boost to actually tell him. And so in my mind, I was like, okay, tell him like it's no one, or you can tell him it's him and then write I'm kidding. Because the plan was I was going to write it on a piece of paper, give it to him, go to the canteen, grab a snack, come back, and then we talk about it. Or write it's him. When I go to the canteen and I come back, if it's a positive reaction, great. If it's a negative reaction, I'll just throw it in there, I'm kidding. So I decided to go for the last option, because somehow I was really hoping he liked me back in that way, even though I genuinely knew he didn't. I knew he wasn't really looking for a relationship or any like thing of that sort. I knew he wasn't like, I wasn't his type of lady. I knew and we're pretty young. I mean, come on. So I wrote it on a piece of paper. I wrote you, and then I gave him the piece of paper, and I went to the canteen to grab snack. I got yogurt and meat pie. So to while away time a bit, because I was also tense, I went to talk to a couple of friends who were having lunch, and then I went back to the classroom. Now, when I was climbing up the stairs, I didn't use the stairs that is beside the classroom that we were in. I used the other side so that it will give me time to kind of put myself together and face him. Now, when I was climbing up the stairs, I heard the boys kind of hanging out. Like, I heard them up there. And I was like, oh, no biggie, I'm just going, until I felt his presence, and I was like, damn it. I couldn't really like turn back. So because I didn't want to be so obvious, because I still have the plan of saying I'm kidding in case I realize that his response isn't like positive. So I climbed up the stairs, and he had chalked like by the wall, and he was looking down the stairs, but he wasn't looking at me. It was like he was just looking into like vacuum. And I was thinking he'd probably call out to me, beckon me, stop me, or something. Nothing. He just left me to pass. And so, whilst I left his side on my way to um, the other classroom, I knew in my heart and in my mind that I had messed up. I knew it. But I was just hoping that maybe he would still approach me, and I'll still be able to use the I'm kidding, thing. I waited, he never did, and we wrote our next paper. We went home. Next day, week, never spoke to me, never approached me, nothing. And literally, that was the end of our friendship. That was the end of our friendship. Can you even imagine that? I used to like really blame myself, but now I'm like, it takes two to tango. If he had probably been a little bit more understanding of the situation, or because he's actually a very jovial and carefree person, so I was actually thinking he might think I'm joking and approach me like, oh, you're kidding, right? And I'm like, of course, or something. But he really took it serious and never spoke to me again. Like, if we're passing like the corridor and we are passing, nobody looks at each other. We literally became like strangers, to be honest. And soon after we graduated, we went our separate ways. And the last thing that I heard was he had left the country to study abroad. And if I'm right, he's still there till now. And yeah, so that's what happened basically. Me being someone who is an introvert, who is very shy and timid and all that stuff, I don't understand what happened that time. Like, where did that confidence come from? I don't even know. But I guess we all have that at a point in time. Like, 1 minute you're scared to do something, 1 minute you're just like, so it was just one of those moments for me. But that happened. So my advice: if you have a crush on a guy, don't tell him. No, honestly though, to be serious, that's not my advice. Listen, if you have a crush on a guy, you want to tell him, feel free, do you. It might go right, it might go wrong, whatever, life moves on. But my advice is, it doesn't really have to do with like crushes and relationships. If you want to make a serious decision about something, I think the best thing to do is gather enough information, make use of any evidence or hint, and then make a judgment from those. Because as I said, I knew he wasn't really looking out for anything of that sort. I knew he didn't like me that way. I knew he wasn't. I knew I wasn't his type of girl. So all those three signs should have made me not tell him the truth. But for one reason or the other, I did. And what happened, and we're moving on. To be honest, I've evolved and I've changed so much and he has evolved and he has changed. Even at the time, right after JHS, when I still heard one or two things about him, I wasn't even really impressed with the change. So I'm even thinking that if that incident didn't happen, our friendship wouldn't have really matured or grown so much anyway. So that probably even just been at a standstill or something, because people change, and relationships, by relationships I do mean friendships as well, kind of just fall apart. So that's basically it. I hope you like this video. If you want more story times, do let me know. Like this video, comment, share, subscribe. Don't forget to press on the notification bell when you're done subscribing, so you get notified when I upload. Video suggestions and collaboration ideas are of course welcome in my DMs and the comment section as well. You can follow me on social media. I'll leave the links in the description box below. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, one last thing. Those of you curious about the lipstick that I have on, is Can you see? People do this and I'm always like, why? But yeah, it's sleek. It's 05, but I don't really like the shade of this blue, so I normally use a purple. This is by Classic. It's a purple that I use to make the blue a little bit vibrant. So depending on if I want like a dark blue or a royal blue, I'll use like a a more, should I say, darker shade of purple or a brighter shade of purple. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in another video. Love you guys. Peace.